I welcome you to Uganda, and on this occasion, I again highlight the crucial ingredients in whatever we are doing. Here we are talking about prosperity through business. And with that, in order to achieve prosperity, number one, you produce a good or a service. You produce a product. It can be a good or a service. And once you produce it, in order for it to give you money, you must sell it. Somebody must buy it. So the relationship between the producers of goods and services and the consumers of those goods and services, this is very crucial. This is something people did not understand initially. So I think all these wonderful planners whom I see running up and down in the world, we have got all sorts of planners running up and down. They should remember these crucial elements. Number one, production of a good or a service. Number two, who will buy this good or service? In the case of Uganda, you have the possibility of both. You can come here, you produce any good or service you want to produce, and you will have assured markets. Market number one, 46 million Ugandans. They are here, they will buy. Then you have 300 million East Africans. Because we organized these markets, we were clear from the beginning that we needed these markets. That's why we worked on the issue of regional integration. So you have the market of East Africa of 300 million people. We are now working on the market of Africa, what we call CFTA, Continental Free Trade Area, of 1.5 billion people. So therefore, in terms of business planning, when you are here, you are in the right place at the right time. In terms of planning, so you can have the production, you have the market of Uganda, market of East Africa, market of Africa. But also, we have negotiated with the United States for what we call AGOA, African Growth Opportunity Act, where we can sell to the United States. So therefore, you have the internal market, you have the regional market, you have the continental market, and then you have got the third-party markets, including like the one of Dubai, of UAE. So now, number three, you need infrastructure. You need infrastructure to do a number of things. First of all, to power the production, like you need electricity to power the factories and so on. You need the water to use in the factories. You need the telephones. You need the transport, the roads, the railway, the ports, the water transport. All that is part of infrastructure, so that you are connected, so that the producer of the good or the service is connected to the consumer. Now, all these are in place, or are being put in place, or can be put in place here in the case of Uganda. Then you need the natural resources. And Uganda has got a big spectrum, a wide spectrum of natural resources from which you can produce the goods or the services. As you can see, we have got very good agriculture. The minerals which Modern was talking about, like the iron ore, the gold and all that, the fertilizers, phosphates. We have got a huge deposit of phosphates. The aluminium, the high value minerals like lithium. We are going to produce our solar batteries, our lithium batteries for our electric cars, which we are already making here. So all those are possible. Minerals is another natural resource base. Then you have the knowledge industry, like the automobiles, which our people are now engaged in. The scientists they have designed the electric vehicles, which we are going to produce here. In the past, we gave a chance to our partners from outside, but they didn't take that chance. Like we have been buying bridge vehicles for a long time, the Range Rover, the what. Then we started buying some German vehicles, Mercedes-Benz and so on. Then we started buying Japanese vehicles. And all this time we were begging these friends to even assemble those vehicles here, but they wouldn't listen. They wouldn't listen. But now they have lost that opportunity. We're now going to make our own cars. And somebody started telling me about assembling. I said, no, too late. Don't tell me about assembling. I don't want to hear about assembling. I invited you, you didn't come, so now it's too late. We are going to make our own vehicle. So that's a whole sector. Then you have the pathogenic economy. People have been making money from our diseases, vaccines, our other diseases, malaria, what. So now we are now going to make this money ourselves so that we treat our diseases. So all these are huge opportunities. We need to work with the private sector from wherever. Because if somebody comes, wherever, regardless of where he comes from, and puts a factory here, we are going to share benefits with him. So therefore, really, you should clarify to our friends from the UAE that this area is very good for business, and most of the requirements are in place. The market is in place. because we worked on it politically. Uganda, but East Africa, we had to work on it to integrate, to create the East African market by negotiating with our brothers. So therefore, you are most welcome. And you Ugandans, you should not fear working with, either working with, or even if they come and invest alone, you don't have to get a local partner. It's not very crucial. If you get a reliable one, good. If you don't, come alone. Because Uganda will still benefit. So when these people come and build factories here, these are part of Uganda's GDP, gross domestic product. So tell your people to stop saying that factory yomuyindi, economy yomuyindi, murekerao. Thank you very much.
Abdul Karim, the first time I met him, he encouraged us as the mission to develop ways of strengthening economic relations between UAE and Uganda. And as a result of that, we held the first Uganda-UAE Business Forum last year in Abu Dhabi. And himself and his team advised that the second edition should be in Kampala. And when we agreed, he assured us that himself will lead the delegation, and indeed, Your Excellency, he has walked the talk. Your Excellency, this landmark event, is intended to boost efforts to build on the excellent relations that you've created, yourself and His Excellency Mohammed, the President of UAE, that currently exists between both countries to attract more foreign direct investments, technology transfer, tourists, and promotion of trade for mutual benefit of both countries. Your Excellency, yesterday, I informed our guests that after COVID, Uganda last month registered a total of 185,000 international passengers, with 93,000 arrivals and 91,000 departures, the average being 5,900 passengers daily. I informed our guests that this is the highest passenger traffic ever recorded at Entebbe International Airport. Your Excellency, I believe this has been caused by your wise guidance and decision to revive our national carrier, Uganda Airlines.
Your Excellency, today, the exports of Uganda to UAE has increased by 37.8%. Ugandans' exports to UAE now stands at $1.4 billion. Your Excellency, the foreign direct investment coming in from UAE to Uganda stands at 3 billion. Ugandans, let's clap for the Emiratis. They told me that they say masala, and I want to say masala. Mr. President, Ugandans' exports of goods and services to UAE now stands at 2 billion. Your Excellency, this is what you told us, that we must harness international relations with reliable partners. We have had partners over the years, but I want to say thank you, UAE, for being reliable.
This is a very important event for us to come to here. Almost, Your Excellency, 2 years ago, His Excellency Zaki Kabedi and I had a very short meeting. And during that meeting, we were discussing the opportunities between the two countries. And we said, why not? Why not just do a homework? Why not just find out what could happen to us when we further discuss the opportunities? Your Excellency, as you are aware of, in UAE, we are looking for the sustainable growth of the economy, and we want to rely on a knowledge base and innovations. So we are discovering opportunities all over the world. And 2 years after that meeting, we are here. What we are expecting from this event? One, Your Excellency, we want to attract the FDI to UAE and the investment from UAE to be attracted to here. Because we believe, Your Excellency, a successful business will not happen unless there's a win-win case. So we want to facilitate for the two sides to take advantage of each other. Two, we want to encourage the trade and the tourism. Three, we want to promote technology transfer for both of our countries. We arrived here, Your Excellency, 2 days ago, and we went into different discussions. Believe me, we have seen huge opportunities, and I could clearly say, for the businessmen, for the pioneers, for the investments from Uganda, they could use UAE as a gateway to the Middle East, to Europe, and to Asia. Then we already discussed with our colleagues, our businessmen, that Uganda, it is not only a gateway to the Great Lakes region. We could use it as a gateway for whole of Africa. In conclusion, Your Excellency, last night, His Excellency the Ambassador and I are discussing the 4th edition of this forum. That means not next year, the year after, when we come back here. And we already started to put the plan together. So that means, I think, inshallah,